The Legend of Alice Downham, and heralded Stoke-on-Trent fighter pilot ace.
Alice and her identical twin brother, Alec, were born in a modest house in Burslem. Their father was a military man, and their mother artistic and of extremely refined sensibilities. Alec is killed in infancy, in a freak Zeppelin raid, during a family visit to an aunt in Ramsgate. Alice vows to avenge the death of her twin. Understanding, even at this tender age, that Alec can now exist only through her. Henceforth she will have to live for two. When war is declared, she seizes her chance and gets a job as a secretary in the Air Ministry. She is thus able to insert the name of Alec Downham into the pilot training schedules. Taking on Alec's identity, she is trained as a fighter pilot. To cover for her increasing absences during the training, Alice claims the necessity of tending her supposedly invalid mother in Burslem, finally surrendering her office job, just as Alec qualifies. Extraordinary success ensues. The fragile, willowy youth is a natural. His marksmanship and skill at maneuvering his Spitfire are unparalleled. On their last sortie, the Spitfire squadron flew off into a burning sunset. Alice was the only survivor of that terrible night. As day dawned, alone, Alice broached the white cliffs of Dover, her aircraft escorted by the spirits of her squadron brothers. Just as she neared the shining cliffs a Messerschmitt appeared, as if from nowhere. A bitter duel ensued. Alice was more than a match for the German, but as he plunged seawards a stray bullet just caught the Spitfire, starting a fire. About to smash into those erstwhile welcoming cliffs, with superhuman effort, Alice pulled the blazing plane around, and managed to leap to safety. The Spitfire meanwhile sank into the sea, which doused the flames, before the plane exploded. It was found later, beached but in remarkably good order. The same however cannot be said of Alice herself. When rescued she was thought to be burned beyond saving. She was rushed to East Grinstead. Within that pathetic bundle of incinerated flesh and rags, Mackindo found not a red-blooded Englishman but a girl. And a horribly disfigured girl at that. He was none the less equal to the task, as the astounding beauty who eventually emerged attests. Less durable was her war record. The Royal Air Force, never suffering fools easily, and mortified at being, they felt, made fools of, expunged Alec Downham from the records. During the long days spent swathed in bandages at the Queen Victoria Hospital, the true reality of her war record came home to Alice. Every one of her downed adversaries could have had a, now devastated and grieving, identical twin sister at home. She envisioned those ranks of bowed, blonde heads and felt their pain, her own pain. Hate had been repaid with hate. She must stop the cycle of madness. When the bandages were finally removed, a figure of radiant loveliness was beheld. The assembled veterans and medical men cheered, as did the nursing staff, though rather more restrainedly. Alice regarded the graceful, but unfamiliar form which looked back at her from the mirror and beheld, she was no longer an identical twin. Alec had gone. She could not now recall him by looking at her own reflection. Oh Alec, faithful companion throughout my childhood and youth, you have deserted me. Now I'm truly alone. In her agonizing bereavement, Alice took all the beauty with which science, guinea pigs and Dr. Sir Archibald MacIndo had endowed her back to Burslem, and dedicated her life to righting the wrongs committed against mankind, through art and care of the elderly.
The planes hung in this space are the last work by Alice Downham. They commemorate that final sortie. The white porcelain Spitfires represent the returning spirits of her down squadron brothers, those doughty airmen. Here they come, the last homeward journey, after 63 years and 5 months. Home are the heroes.